Wedding is in the books. It's all done, completed, sealed, paperwork signed. It went over really well. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. Thanks for clicking on this video. I guess if you're clicking on this video, you fall into the same situation that I fell into. You had a friend who asked if you would perform their wedding ceremony. So now you're like, okay, I said yes. Now what do I do? Well, that's the situation I found myself in. About 5 months ago, I had a friend call me up on my cell phone, left a message, and said something to the effect of, hey, I have a special favor to ask for you. I'm getting married, and I have something to ask for you. Ask you to do, I should say. And so immediately my mind started doing all these different scenarios, thinking of, okay, what or how am I involved in this? So I called back, and my friend threw out the question. He wanted me to be the officiant. And I was like, to myself, okay, why? You know, I didn't say it to him, but I said it to myself. Because this friend is younger than I am, and we don't do things like a lot of stuff together. I've known this person probably for 7-8 years, and I met him through an acquaintance. And we don't necessarily hang out together, but he was always there, and when I met him, and developed a friendship, and it's been a good friendship. And unique, I guess, that I was just taken back that he would ask me to do that, because I don't know, I just never had like real close friends like that, and it was awkward, to say the least. But I was really honored when I thought about it, that I had made such a impact or impression on this person, that they thought so highly of me to ask me to participate in such an important milestone in their life. And when this person asked me to do that, I had to think about it on the phone, and he was open about it and said that, if you don't feel comfortable doing it, then that's fine. But the more I thought about it, I went ahead and said, yes. If you want me to do that and it's important to you, I'm honored. I'll do that for you. And that was like 6 months ago. Well, the wedding is getting closer and closer and closer, and it's less than a month away. So going back, I had, when he asked me to do this, there's one stipulation. I had to become an officiant. I had to be registered with the state of Ohio to make it legal. So he gave me the information that I needed to go about getting the credentials to get a license, which is basically very easy. I went ahead and went through Universal Life Church, filled out a questionnaire, or not a questionnaire, but just filled out some information, gave them like $50, and that was for this packet that showed you how to do the wedding and everything, and the certificate. So once I got that, they delivered it to me in a package, and then I had the credentials to apply with the state. So I'm from Ohio. So once I got the certificate, I had to go online with the state of Ohio and fill out a register to be an officiant. So I paid my $10 fee, and they processed it, gave me a certificate saying that I'm legal to perform weddings. So basically, it's really simple. So I'm legal to perform a wedding now. Now, so that's all good, right? And that was like 5 months ago. But like I said, it's becoming real now because the wedding is less than a month away, and it's going to happen whether I'm ready or not. And so the other night, I met with my friend and his future spouse. We had dinner, me and my wife, and we were talking and about the wedding and this and that, and had a good time. And leading up to the wedding, I was thinking that my friend, who also does weddings for people, I thought, well, he'll probably have a script and he'll have everything lined up that he wants to be done, and he'll just give me the information and I'll go about reading it, and well, I'll be good, right? Well, he kind of left it open to me as far as the script and everything. So right now, I'm like watching videos on YouTube and looking through the pamphlets and stuff that the Universal Church sent me for like weddings. So I'm putting together this like wedding, and there's some questions that I have that I didn't ask when we had dinner the other night because I didn't know. This is my first wedding. So now I got all these questions after watching all these YouTube videos. So I'm in the process right now of like writing this stuff down, and I got all these questions in my head. So like some of the things that I'm thinking of, I've got this outline here. Like, this is what I got. I'll just read it to you. So like step one, we have like the ceremony kickoff, start the ceremony, right? So you do your welcome, and then you say any message that you want to say, like don't use the cameras, no recording, etc. So that's like step one. And then step two is the procession. Do you want a procession? Are you doing a procession? Are we just going to show up, everyone on stage, and go with the wedding? Or are we going to do like the whole traditional ceremony, like when the bridesmaid all walk down one at a time and everybody meets up there? So what are we doing? Are we good? You know, I got to figure that out. Thirdly, we have the speech, like for me, right? What are we doing here? What do I want to say? And this could be something that, if you are doing this in a religious setting, you know, maybe the sermon of what marriage means. And then we have the vows. Are you having your own vows? Am I going to read the vows and then you're going to repeat after me? Or am I just going to like say the vows and you say I do? So we got to figure all that out. And then next we have the ring ceremony. So we got to do that, right? When you put the ring on the fingers. And then we have, you know, the closing remarks and the rest of it. So there's like this whole sheet of things that I got to go through and coordinate this stuff. And like I said, I've never done it before, so I'm kind of learning on the fly. But I will say one thing, I will be ready because I take this seriously, because my friend asked me to do this, and I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. And I'm nervous, I'm scared, but I want to do it. it's exciting. And one of the things that I had problems with when my friend had asked me to do this was, because I've been married for almost 25 years now, and I had a church wedding, and I always thought of, getting married. You got married by a minister, someone who represented God and who spoke on behalf of God, or you got married by the justice of the peace. And those were your options. Either you got married at some type of ceremony, or you got married at the courthouse. And that's what I thought, right? But man, things have changed. They really have over the years, and I guess I just didn't realize it. And so I struggled with the fact that my friend had asked me to perform the ceremony, because I didn't meet any one of those credentials. I wasn't a justice of the peace, nor was I a minister of God or spoke on God's behalf or represented him. And so I struggled for a long time, or at least for, several weeks, on why I said yes and why I would do that, because to me it didn't make sense, because I didn't represent either one of those. But then as I got to thinking, and I dove more into it and started thinking about it, then I realized that it's okay. I believe in God. I'm not saying I don't. I believe in God. I don't go to church every Sunday. Heck, I don't go to church a lot. I did when I was younger, and I do belong to a church, and I got married in a church, but I'm not a practicing Christian in a sense of going to church on Sundays or any days of the weeks. In fact, when I was younger, in my earlier days, usually the only time I would seek God was when I was in trouble. When I needed help, I would ask for his assistance. Now, as I'm older, I find myself, when I'm out and about and enjoying the day and enjoying this, what is, I find myself looking up and saying, thank you. And I do that more and more as I get older. So, I'm not a instrument of God, but I'm not coming from that angle, and I'm approaching this wedding, this ceremony, in a different way. I'm not trying to pretend to be somebody that I'm not. I'm me. I'm performing a ceremony, and might there be a little bit of religious aspect to it? Sure, there might be some things, but I'm not going to pretend to be somebody that I'm not. So that's not what this ceremony is going to be about. But I just wanted to kind of record my thoughts, and this will probably be like the first video of several. Like I said, this wedding is going to be about a month away, so I'm busy writing up a script, and there's lots of stuff out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill out this script, and I have a lot of questions, so I'm going to send this information to my friend and ask him about some different questions that I have, whether he wants this or that, because I didn't ask that the other night when we had dinner, because I was kind of ignorant of it, I guess, so I didn't. But now that I realize that this is happening, I need to get busy. So I started doing more research on it, and I have questions now. So I'm going to send him talk to him, send him a letter to him and his future spouse, kind of an outline of what I'm thinking of, and asking them about different aspects of the wedding and what they want. And I just want to make sure that they get what they want and everything runs smoothly. So that's kind of where I'm at now. And like I said, this will be maybe one of many videos, and we'll just kind of move along. So until I see you on the next video, talk to you later. Oh, in case I haven't said it, my name's Todd. Bye. wedding is in the books. It's all done, completed, sealed, paperwork signed. It went over really well. I don't think I did too bad for my first officiating. I'm gonna call this one completed and this video done. I might do another video and share some of my thoughts on doing a wedding for the first time. I got some ideas and maybe some pointers now that I've completed my first wedding. But overall, it was a good experience, and glad I did it. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up, and I'll see you on the next one.